The following contest is a Beyond Rules match. There are no countouts, no disqualifications, and weapons are encouraged. Making their way to the ring, the team of Amir Man and Grizzly Mac.
And here we go, making their way out to the ring first, Amir Man and Grizzly Mac. This team has a super interesting and dynamic combination of the mind, the speed, the technique of an Amir Man, and the absolute brutality that is the physical specimen they call Grizzly Mac. He is jacked to the nines. He is wildly athletic. And you put those two things together, and this tag team is deadly. But can they get it done tonight against the Brotherhood, their perennial rivals? We're going to find out.
Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 495 pounds, the Future, Kamron Lewis and Isaac Taylor, the Brotherhood.
And here we go, the Brotherhood making their way to the ring here tonight. Much of the same for this team as it is for Amir Man and Grizzly Mac. They got that combo of the speed and the power. One man's got the speed, one man's got the power on this team. Kamron Lewis, one of the fastest in BCW. Isaac Taylor, pound for pound, one of the most explosive wrestlers. Put them together and it is a deadly combination as well. But which team will be more deadly here tonight? Amir and Mac, Kamron Lewis and Isaac Taylor.
Fight!
The bell has rung. The match is underway. Beyond Rules 2 is kicking it off with this tag team match. And a lot of stiff shots right out the gate. The signature match of BCW, the Beyond Rules match. Weapons are encouraged. Throw the rule book out the window. And it is not a match for the faint at heart. It is a match where you have to really, really hate your opponents. It goes beyond just a dislike. It just goes beyond a rivalry. You have to have... Oh, and a beautiful move from Kamron Lewis right off the top rope, cutting off Grizzly Mac. A Beyond Rules match is not for the faint at heart. You have to really hate your opponent to put them through this kind of brutality and to put yourself through this kind of brutality. So we're going to see if this rivalry gets sorted out here tonight. And right here we got a bit of a mixed match. It was the speed going up against power for each team. It was Amir Man taking on Isaac Taylor and Kamron Lewis and Grizzly Mac. And both these teams have faced each other in tag competition. Recently, they faced each other in singles competition. And on both sides of the team, it was always the big man that always took out the little man. It was Grizzly Mac taking out Kamron Lewis a few weeks ago. And on the last episode, it was Isaac Taylor taking out Amir Man. So we're going to see if they continue with that or if they mix it up and go power to power and speed to speed. And here we got a little bit of plunder here. Hockey stick to the back. The first bit of plunder here is that hockey stick. And Kamron Lewis with the Kawada kicks to the head. Grizzly Mac showing all that power. Going for a big slam there. Not even a power slam. Not even bending down. Just throwing him from a standing position. But Kamron Lewis with the feet right to the jaw. And Isaac Taylor with a little more plunder gets caught off by Amir Man. And Amir is now going under the ring. He did not want that table. He wants that steel chair. But Grizzly Mac is just getting double teamed here. Now Amir's in the ring. What's he going to do with that steel chair? Absolutely nothing. Kamron Lewis cuts him off. Oh, now Isaac Taylor has the chair. Is Isaac Taylor going to get a bit of revenge? Brains him right to the head. And last week it was Isaac Taylor versus Amir Man, but there was that post-match attack where Amir and Grizzly Mac just beat the hell out of Isaac Taylor with that steel chair, so Isaac Taylor getting a bit of revenge. Kamron Lewis misses with that drop kick, and Amir capitalizes. Not confined to the ring in this one. All four of these men fighting on the outside. We got that upturned table on the outside. That could be used as a weapon. You fall on one of those legs, you fall on one of those edges, that can really do some damage. Isaac Taylor coming in with that hockey stick, immediately cut off. In a 2-on-1, I always bet on the 2. Upturned table. Hitting those legs, landing not flush. Landing at a very weird angle. That's doing a lot of damage to Isaac Taylor. Oh, and Amir with the same thought. Just spin him up with that back suplex spinning style. Getting that torque, getting that spin, and just landing him right on that hard edge. Kamron Lewis with a beautiful angel's wings right there and a sling blade. Followed up with a drop kick to the head. In this match, a Beyond Rules match, it is so brutal. That's why we only have it once a year, and only for the rivalries that are reaching the boiling point, that need a conclusion. And since August of 2022, it has been Amir and Kamron Lewis at each other's throats, being a thorn in each other's sides. And it was Amir Man who recruited the services of Grizzly Mac just because Kamron Lewis had backup. Oh, and look at these shots right here.
Impressive.
That shovel to the head of Isaac Taylor. And Isaac Taylor knew it too. You cannot take a shovel hits like that to the head. And a big drop there. Now Kamron Lewis has it. Oh, but Kamron Lewis puts it down. Oh, and Isaac Taylor with the chair there, just obliterating him. Isaac Taylor now getting some revenge. It was Amir Man and Grizzly Mac that beat him down with the chair. So now Isaac Taylor getting some revenge. Showing his strength here to the crowd. Showing his strength to Grizzly Mac. Just picking him up. Waiting for his moment to slam him down on that real thin padding. That's about 3/8, maybe ½ inch of padding on the outside. It's not doing anything when you're getting suplexed. Isaac Taylor's got the shovel again. And just smashing Grizzly Mac. Smashing him. Repeated shots from Isaac Taylor. This rivalry is so intense, and you can see the passion, the hatred. You can see how intense Isaac Taylor is, just absolutely destroying Grizzly Mac with those shovel shots. He's got the shovel again. He is not done. Oh, but he puts it down. Maybe he wants to finish the job and seal the deal by taking out Grizzly Mac with his own bare hands. We got another table in the mix. Trying to keep control of all this action, but when you have 4 competitors and all these weapons fighting inside and outside the ring, it is hard to keep up. Isaac Taylor again going for that big suplex, but Grizzly Mac gets out this time. 2 times was too many to go to the well for that suplex on the outside. Grizzly Mac reversing. Kamron Lewis cuts off when he has that hockey stick. And Grizzly Mac just doing a power bomb and a Samoan drop on the outside. Amir looked like he was going to hit Kamron Lewis with the steps. Opted not to and hit him with that X Factor on the outside, just smashing his face. That could break a nose easily. And it looks like the momentum of this match is swinging to the favor of Amir and Grizzly Mac. And it's one thing in a tag match for your tag team partner to have your back, but especially in a tornado tag style match, and especially with all these weapons, you've got to gut it out. You've got to get to your partner anytime there's a potential double team like this right now. Kamron Lewis on the outside with Amir and Mac. Isaac Taylor just regaining his faculties, joining the fray. And I think when it comes to tag team continuity, you got to give it to the Brotherhood. You got to give it to Grizzly Mac with that big slam there. You got to give the tag team advantage, I think, to the Brotherhood, just because they are a team coming into BCW. Amir and Mac, they are a phenomenal team. But essentially, it's believed that Amir just hired Grizzly Mac to be his tag team partner, and what a person to hire to be your tag team partner. But when it comes to a lifelong friendship like the Brotherhood has, you got to put that above and beyond just paying someone to be your heavy. And speaking of heavy, he is earning every bit of his wages. Grizzly Mac just destroying Isaac Taylor on the outside, getting him past that protective matting onto the concrete, doing some huge maneuvers like this, picks him up, slams him. That back of Isaac Taylor has got to be screaming. Almost every single move that he's taken has been on that thin padding or on the bare concrete. Grizzly Mac just picking him up and throwing him like a baby. Though with Amir Man with those steps, Kamron Lewis wisely counters with that kick. Kamron Lewis looked like he was rushing to help Isaac Taylor. Maybe thought that Isaac Taylor had it. I don't know if he does. Now Amir countering Kamron Lewis with the stairs. And Grizzly Mac again just destroying Isaac Taylor. I think he wants to take out Isaac Taylor so that this could be essentially a handicap match. Amir with the stairs in the ring, and Grizzly Mac on the outside just destroying Kamron Lewis with a big shot. Oh, and a poison Rana on the outside. Sometimes you don't even need the weapons to do damage. That is a lot of damage right there. And speaking of damage, this match has been going on for about 10 minutes with weapons, shots to the outside, big power maneuvers. At some point, what can the human anatomy continue to take? These Beyond Rules matches, they are not 60-minute affairs. When you are getting hit with moves and weapons that is this damaging, you can only take so much before the body shuts down. And with the moves both these teams are taking, I think we're getting close to that point. Grizzly Mac just, and big maneuver there, turning Kamron Lewis inside out, but his knees, the knees of Kamron Lewis just hit the bottom half of those steel steps. And for a high flyer, that is absolutely brutal. And Grizzly Mac with that claw maneuver. No submissions in this one, but you can incapacitate Isaac Taylor. And that is exactly what he was doing. He is sucking the life out of Isaac Taylor right before our eyes. Isaac Taylor shrugs it off and hits Grizzly Mac right into those steel steps. Throws him in the corner now. Isaac Taylor with the stairs. Those have got to be about 100 pounds of solid reinforced steel.
Finish him. Excellent.
Grizzly Mac goes limp and crawls to the corner. Those steps are probably the most damaging weapon that we've seen in this match. And again, just brains him with it. That could be a knockout shot right here. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. And Grizzly Mac will not be denied. He kicks out. But those steps did a lot of damage. Still in the ring, still in play. And Isaac Taylor with the choke bomb. Grizzly Mac choking the life out of Kamron Lewis. Kamron Lewis reverses. 2. Got him! The Brotherhood pick up the win in this one, closing out this rivalry between Amir and Mac and the Brotherhood. Isaac Taylor, after he was beat down last week with those steel chairs, he gets a bit of redemption, pinning Amir Man and putting a bow on this rivalry. Wow. Congratulations to the Brotherhood picking up the huge win in this Beyond Rules match.
Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 495 pounds, the Future, Kamron Lewis and Isaac Taylor, the Brotherhood.
And here we go, making their way to the ring, the Brotherhood, but behind them we have Jacob Akane accompanying them to the ring. This is quite the development here tonight. This was supposed to be the Brotherhood versus the Exiled, but Jacob Akane, he has been trying to get his hands on the Exiled for months and months, ever since he returned from injury after being put on the shelf by the Exiled. He has been tasked to find a tag team partner to take him on, but tonight he is accompanying the Brotherhood. This changes the whole dynamic of this match.
Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 540 pounds, the undisputed BCW World Tag Team Champions, Ultimo Nightmare and the hardcore icon Xander. They are the Exiled.
And here they are, the Exiled. We have Xander on the left, Ultimo Nightmare on the right. And they do not seem fazed at all by the development of Jacob Akane in the corner of the Brotherhood. The Exiled have been unstoppable before, during, and after winning those BCW World Tag Team titles. Can they clinch the victory here tonight with Jacob Akane at ringside? Or will the wrinkle of having Jacob Akane be the thing that the Brotherhood need to win the BCW World Tag Team titles?
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the undisputed BCW World Tag Team Championship.
The challengers, the Brotherhood, Kamron Lewis and Isaac Taylor. We have the champs, Xander and Ultimo Nightmare, the BCW World Tag Team Champions, looking to defend their titles for the third time here tonight. And as we close out 2023, this is what it's all about, the BCW World Tag Team titles. Isaac Taylor and Ultimo Nightmare starting it off for their respective teams, and the bell has rung. The final match of 2023 is underway, and a big, huge Samoan drop there from Ultimo Nightmare. Isaac Taylor getting into the wrong corner in a big tour of the islands. The two biggest men on their respective teams starting off this match, and as we can see, it is all power from Ultimo Nightmare. Ultimo Nightmare tags into Xander. Isaac Taylor rolls out of the ring. Lots of things happening here. Xander goes after Kamron Lewis. It was early on in BCW that it was Xander and Kamron Lewis. They had a one-on-one match on episode 3, and it was Xander picking up the win. Isaac Taylor makes the tag to Kamron Lewis. Now it is Kamron Lewis and Xander in the ring for their teams. Oh, and we got Jacob Akane coming up on the apron. And Xander wants none of that. Even just Jacob Akane getting up on the apron forces Xander to tag in Ultimo Nightmare, to tag in the heavy to protect him. And it was way, way back on episode 13 that it was the Exile taking out Jacob Akane. Jacob Akane returned from injury this past August, and ever since then, he has been laser focused on getting revenge on the Exiled. Mr. GM told Jacob Akane that if he wants revenge against the Exiled, he's got to find a tag team partner. They are the tag champs. They compete in the tag team division. So if he wants to face them, he has got to find a tag team partner. He has not been able to do that. He has tried. He has failed. And it looks like Jacob Akane is done trying. He is done waiting. He wants to be front and center. He wants a front row seat to face the Exiled. And that's what he's got here tonight, accompanying the Brotherhood, trying to get that mental game on the Exiled, perhaps costing them the World Tag Team titles. Jacob Akane, he is partnerless. He has no horse in the race when it comes to the tag team titles. So I think the method to his madness is if he can get Xander and Ultimo Nightmare to lose those tag team titles, then Mr. GM might grant a one-on-one match between either Xander and Jacob Akane or Ultimo Nightmare and Jacob Akane. Jacob Akane will take either or, so I think that is the game plan going into this one. We got Xander doing a lot of damage. Xander with that big drive-by kick right there. The two smaller men in the ring here, Kamron Lewis, we always say it, he is one of the fastest, most agile on the roster. And Xander, he is hardcore. He has that durability. And he's showing it right there with those punches and slaps right to the face. And the tag champs, they are really making good on those quick, fast tags. And that is the advantage that the Exiled has that no team in BCW has been able to figure out. They have that perfect combo of the big man, little man team. Oh, and here Jacob Akane getting real close to Ultimo Nightmare. Oh, but Ultimo Nightmare with the big splash. 330 crashing down on Kamron Lewis, and Kamron Lewis just was able to get his shoulder up, but he is looking stiff. He is looking worn out. Jacob Akane looking to get the distraction. Will it distract Ultimo Nightmare? And it does not. Jacob Akane drops back down. A big hip toss there. Kamron Lewis getting him down with the dragon screw, and that's a smart maneuver. Kamron Lewis. Oh, and a big evade there. Kamron Lewis using the speed. That's what he's got to do. He's got Ultimo Nightmare loopy. He's on the ropes, but Ultimo Nightmare with that power, picking him up and taking him over. And now Ultimo Nightmare, he's going for Isaac Taylor. Jacob Akane is getting in the ring. Oh, and a big shot there. Jacob Akane going for that. Oh, looked like he was going to go for that big corner splash, but the referee has ejected him. Referee didn't catch that shot. That could have been a disqualification. Referee didn't see it. Caught Jacob Akane, and Jacob Akane is now out. But is that enough to give the Brotherhood the advantage? The Exiled, it looked like in the early stages of this match. Oh, and Kamron Lewis with a big jumping dive from Kamron Lewis. The Exiled, they have firmly cinched up the first part of this match, but after that distraction, Jacob Akane has opened the door wide open for the Brotherhood to take advantage of this one, and Kamron Lewis, he is doing some serious damage to Ultimo Nightmare. This could be the opportunity the Brotherhood needs. The Brotherhood, they have all the tools, they have all the assets to be the BCW World Tag Team Champions. They have the speed, the agility of a Kamron Lewis. They have the power and the explosiveness of an Isaac Taylor. And creating that opening, having that distraction from Jacob Akane could be just that little bit that they need to get advantage of this match and come out with the World Tag Team titles. And Kamron Lewis is doing a beautiful job of reversing all these power moves. And that's the advantage of Kamron Lewis training with Isaac Taylor. Isaac Taylor is so powerful, just like Ultimo Nightmare. I would give the power edge to an Ultimo Nightmare over Isaac Taylor, but Isaac Taylor is a power wrestler, and he knows how to let Kamron Lewis know all the counters all the moves he needs to do to counter power. And Kamron Lewis is doing that beautifully in this match. Oh, but picks him up off the ropes in a big, brutal choke slam, just crushing his body. Ultimo Nightmare is 6'7", and when he gets you up for that choke slam, you are probably about 10 feet in the air going horizontally down to the mat. Oh, and a big boot there. Kamron Lewis is getting destroyed. Kamron Lewis needs the tag to Isaac Taylor. Kamron Lewis has just been getting absolutely brutalized in this match. And a big knee there. And just pummeling him with those shots again to the head. Xander has that knee brace on him. He hits you with that knee. Just does double damage. What's doing double damage here is just these shots to the temple. And another knee to the head. Oh, but Kamron Lewis, he reverses. Snapmare, and then a kick to the face. That had a big whiplash effect on the face there. And Kamron Lewis with that pump knee, that's his finisher. It looks like he's going to make the tag, but Ultimo Nightmare was there to cut him off. Beautiful tag team synergy there from the Exiled. Kamron Lewis, he's been in the ring for quite a while now, quite a few minutes, taking a lot of shots. He absolutely needed that hot tag, and Ultimo Nightmare just shut that down. That is why they're the tag team champions. They not only have the speed and the power, but they have the game plans to win the matches, and Isaac Taylor just getting clobbered there into the ring. Oh, and Isaac Taylor just right into those steel steps. And Kamron Lewis went for that shotgun drop kick off the middle rope. No water in the pool on that one. And Ultimo Nightmare still just wearing out Isaac Taylor. That might be the game plan for the Exiled in this one. Take out Isaac Taylor. Focus on the smaller man, Kamron Lewis. And speaking of taking out Isaac Taylor, a Nightmare Fuel on the outside. Isaac Taylor just getting absolutely rocked. We got to get some medical staff out here and check on Isaac Taylor. We got to take a quick commercial break, but we will be right back to this tag team action. And we are back to action in this BCW World Tag Team title match. Kamron Lewis still in the ring, taking on Ultimo Nightmare. And during the break, medical staff came out and escorted Isaac Taylor to the back. Our chief medical officer has deemed that Isaac Taylor is not fit to compete in action after that Nightmare Fuel to the outside. For the wrestler's safety, the doctor has taken Isaac Taylor back. They are evaluating him right now. We do not know the extent of the injury or the potential injury and damage to Isaac Taylor. So for all intents and purposes, this has turned into a handicap match. Kamron Lewis going it alone against the Exiled. And Ultimo Nightmare just wearing him out here on the guardrail. Picks him up and slams his head and his ribs. Kamron Lewis kicks him off. He's got to get back in the ring. If Kamron Lewis has any shot in this match, it is in the ring where he can use the ropes, where he can jump and fly around and use gravity, but on the outside, he has virtually no chance against the Exiled. And Kamron Lewis, he is just absolutely battered and bruised. Even before Isaac Taylor was taken out, he was isolated and the Exiled were just going to town. Kamron Lewis needed that hot tag. Ultimo Nightmare took him out. And now it is a handicap match. And when you were going up against an Ultimo Nightmare, big left to the ribs. And that left to the ribs, that left to that potentially a liver shot, that could take you out in a heartbeat. One shot from a 330 plus pounder right to the liver, that will it will not only take out your liver, that can take out your life. And now at this point, it is virtually academic for the Exiled. How much damage are they going to do? How much are they going to play with their food before they put Kamron Lewis away? Or can Kamron Lewis have a miracle on 34th Street here during this holiday season and somehow, some way defeat the Exiled in virtually a handicap match. And he's looking good there with a lethal combination. That's step one to getting back on track. And he is known for his top rope maneuvers, like the frog splash, and he goes for a splash. Hooks the leg, and a kick out at one. Kamron Lewis, that's the first couple steps. He's going for that ripcord knee. That could be it. That could be a knockout shot. That is his finisher. In conjunction with this frog splash, if he can hit this could be it. Frog splash nailed it. Kamron Lewis, can he beat the Exiled in handicap? Can he win the titles? And Ultimo Nightmare kicks out. Looks like Xander was coming in at the last second on that one. I don't think Xander thought that would put him away, even though it was his finishers. 2 finishers to Ultimo Nightmare from Kamron Lewis, and he can't put him away. Is there any hope for Kamron Lewis in this match? And Kamron Lewis, he's going take out Xander there, hits him with a shot to the face. Oh, but he just got double creamed in the corner. Kamron Lewis has got to get away from the corner of the Exiled. He has got to put this in his corner, and a big clubbing shot. Ultimo Nightmare's arm span is so big that he went for that punch, and I think it went all the way around his head and hit Kamron Lewis in the back of the head. And I think this is what Kamron Lewis needs. I mean, both members of the Exiled are very, very devastating, as evidenced right there by that DDT hung up on the ropes. But I think Kamron Lewis has a better shot against Xander than he does against Ultimo Nightmare, and kicks out at one. That is sending a message to the Exiled that Kamron Lewis is a fighter. This is a breakout performance from Kamron Lewis right here. But speaking of breaking out, and I think, looked like he was going for that Nightmare Fuel. Kamron Lewis reverses and goes for that backstabber, taking the big man off his feet. And he's going after Xander. Smart maneuver. Just going back and forth, back and forth. But he got caught playing to the crowd there. I know the crowd gives you energy. It gives you that adrenaline boost. But that was a mistake from a Kamron Lewis, because now he is getting double teamed, getting that arm worked over. And Kamron Lewis, he doesn't have Isaac Taylor. Isaac Taylor's still being worked on in the back by medical staff. He doesn't even have Jacob Akane. Jacob Akane was thrown out. Kamron Lewis is going on his own on this one. And a big Fisherman's Buster DDT, and Kamron Lewis looks spent. Xander tags in Ultimo Nightmare, and could this just be picking the bones? Goes for a big splash, just crushing the ribs. 330. Could this be it? Is this enough? But Kamron Lewis still has more fight in him. What did the Exiled have to do to take out a Kamron Lewis? And a big shot to the face. Perhaps a bit of frustration there on the part of Ultimo Nightmare, just kicking him in the face. No move, no technique, just getting furious, getting upset. But Kamron Lewis, he keeps fighting back. He keeps hitting maneuvers. He keeps doing everything he needs to do to make this a game matchup. Goes for a suplex. Xander with the reversal, and that knee brace right to the spine. That knee brace right to the mid-back. And Kamron Lewis, no matter what his fighting spirit is here tonight, he has been beaten, brutalized, and battered for the better part of 10-15 minutes in this match. And Ultimo Nightmare from the top, 330, coming crashing down to the outside. That has got to be 10-15 feet in the air. And I think that might be it for Kamron Lewis now. No matter what your fighting spirit is, the human anatomy is not made to take 330 pounds crashing out of the equivalent of a 2-story building right on your chest to the outside. Oh, and here we go again, right off the ropes, up and down. This could be it. Kamron Lewis lived to fight another day, can it? He kicks out. And Ultimo Nightmare cannot believe it. I can't believe it. Kamron Lewis is made of sterner stuff than I think we all thought he was. And again, reverses the Nightmare Fuel. Just keeps in this match, just looking for openings. Will he find an opening that leads him to the BCW World Tag Team titles here tonight? And if Ultimate Nightmare can hit this, I think it is over. Nightmare Fuel. It took out Isaac Taylor. And it took out Kamron Lewis. Wow. Exile picking up a huge win here tonight. But the real story behind this story is Kamron Lewis. Wow, what a competitor. What a breakout performance. Kamron Lewis, he came up on the short end of this one, but it was an excellent showing. That was the breakout performance of the year, in my opinion, for BCW.
Here are your winners and still undisputed BCW World Tag Team Champions, The Exiled.
And this begs the question, if Isaac Taylor was out here, would we have seen new World Tag Team Champions? Kamron Lewis went it on his own. He looked amazing. But closing out 2023 is this image. The Exiled retaining the BCW World Tag Team titles. Wow.